All right. Good morning, everybody. Today is June 28th. It's 10 o'clock in the morning here in beautiful Galena, Illinois. And I'm really excited to share our gold and silver stacking Saturdays. This is the launch of our first ever podcast and live stream. And I'm really pleased and grateful for everybody that's taken the time to jump on this call and be here with us today. I am really excited to share this information because, like I mentioned in my post and getting it out, the information out online, is that this is going to be a weekly call. And today is the first day of it. So this is our inaugural launch. And it's going to every week from Saturday morning at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time, 11 a.m. Eastern Time. We are going to be having anywhere from a 10 to 30-minute call each and every Saturday. Okay, this is moving forward. Probably about the only exception would be as if like a major holiday like Christmas or Easter or something, or not Easter, but Christmas or 4th of July, which this year's on a Friday, so we're lucky there. But any major holiday would be the only reason why we would not have a call that morning on a Saturday. So I'm really excited to share this with everybody. I have a lot of great information I want to share. What I want to do is go today's presentation. I highly encourage, if you're going to watch one video today, to watch this one till the end, because you're going to get some really good insight. And there's one clip that I do want to share with everybody that is really uh, a focal point and something that everybody needs to realize as to what determines a lot of the gold and silver markets, okay, and precious metals in general. So it's something that's very valuable information. And like I said, this is an informational purpose call. Each week it's going to be informational purposes only. It's just to give you more insight and knowledge and information and tips on what you should know about precious metals before you start taking that journey and saving for it. And then also how you can do it yourself. Like I'll share that with a video clip too, is with as little as $1 at a time. Okay, so it's something that I'm really excited to share with everybody. Now, this is something that if you have any questions, you can always reach out to me at rick@silverandgoldsolutions.org. And I have to do a disclaimer that I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just sharing with you tips and information that I've used to provide a more secure, safe, and sound future for myself and my family. And it's something that everybody should have some form of precious metals. That's what I always like to tell people, because it's something that it's always maintained its value through the course of time. And so it's something that, oops, let me get it up here. And it's something that, regardless of what happens, in the world, no matter where you go, silver and gold has its value. It's something to keep in mind. Okay, it's not just something where you buy it and you stick it, hide it somewhere in your house or something, or you put it in a safety deposit box, but it always has its value. And that's why in this presentation today, I'm going to just go over real quick different things that we're going to, talk about. Okay, so, this is something that I did do a video within the last 2 weeks here, a gold and silver savings account. So if you want to search that for that on YouTube, I highly encourage you to check that out, because I share more in depth, how to go about doing that. Okay, because right now, the one thing that people are focusing a lot on cryptocurrencies still, okay? And that's okay, because they like to see between Bitcoin and Ethereum and a lot of the other cryptocurrencies out there, people do tend to focus on what's happening with that. And the mainstream media is just first starting getting into talking about gold. People will say, yeah, we heard it, gold's going up in price, but they're also not talking about what the importance of silver is, okay? And that's why I have on here, savings account in gold and silver isn't just smart, it's protection. Because you think your savings account is safe in the bank. Well, think again, because inflation does eat away at every dollar that you save, and there's like in the case here, there is a smarter way to save. And if you do your research, and that's why I'm trying to do these weekly calls, is to kind of filter out all the noise that's happening, whether it's online or in the media, and share with you important things that you should keep in mind and know about precious metals. And it's a good way to have a more secure future for yourself and your family. Because some of the clips I'm going to share with you, I'm going to share 2 video clips, and those are going to really kind of blow your mind when you hear what's being said in these clips. Okay, so this is a way for everybody to take control of their future in 2025 and beyond. This is something that, you know, I've been doing this for solid for the last 5 years, okay? And it's something where I've made a point to save a little amount incrementally over the course of the last 5 years. And that's one thing a lot of people think that, well, I can't afford to save in the form of precious metals. But if if there's some way that you can find out a way to do it just a little bit at a time, over the course, if you can do that commitment to yourself to do it monthly, whether it's buying a 1 ounce American Silver Eagle every month, or, there's different types of gold that you can purchase. You have these ones that like this, like I always, oops, can't, here it is. Um, this is a this is a 1 gram gold bar, okay, and it's sealed. It's by PAMP, okay, and it's something that even if you could do that, okay, it's going to, or they do sell them in half grams and 2.5 grams. So even if you can do something a little bit at a time over the course of time, as month and month and month go by, you're going to have a nice little stack. That's what I call it, stacking gold or stacking silver, because if you do a little bit at a time, you're putting away that wealth for yourself and your family. And it's something where, at any time you can actually convert that to whatever fiat currency from whatever country you're in, to, pay for bills or what have you. But, gold and silver have stood the test of time. And it's something that I highly encourage everyone to at least entertain the idea, look into it, and try and save a little bit at a time. So with our weekly calls, we're going to have insight on gold and silver markets, what's trending or what's causing the markets to do what they're doing. There's additional expert insights. So from time to, there's a group of people that I listen to on a regular basis. And at different times, they have some really insightful information that can benefit everybody. So I will be sharing clips from them as well. And like today, we have a huge giveaway. But from time to time on these calls, I will have surprise giveaways for attendees. So that's why I encourage you to go ahead and subscribe to our Work Smarter for You YouTube channel. I'm also going to be sharing this on Rumble and also my Silver and Gold Solutions YouTube channel. But it's something from time to time. If you subscribe, you're going to be on each call, and you'll get a reminder each Saturday morning to go ahead and check out, jump on the live call. And then it's something that, like with the surprise giveaways, it depends on, what's going on, or, how much I can afford to give away, so to speak. But it's something that I will be doing randomly throughout the course of these weekly calls and podcasts. Okay. And so one of the things that I always like to talk about in these presentations also is the gold silver ratio, which is very important to know. And like I said, we will keep these under 30 minutes or less. And of course, today is our special launch date. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to refer back to this video all the time moving forward, or this initial launch here, because I'm going to show this. It's about an 8-minute wealth strategies presentation overview. It's something that I highly encourage everybody to watch from start to finish if you're watching this replay. But I will refer back to this inaugural launch every time for the wealth strategies presentation. That way, you can always find it on YouTube or Rumble or wherever I have this video posted. Okay. So what I want to do, I'm going to share this first. Okay. So going over the course of the last month, I've had a call every Saturday. And you see at the beginning in June, gold was at 33.09, 50 cents an ounce. Silver was at 36.02. You see here the second week of June, it did fluctuate up to 34.33, and silver started taking off it to 36.34. Now, in the course between this time frame here, silver did reach up over $37 an ounce. Okay, now this is something that think, okay, well, it's $1 an ounce. That's not big of a deal. But when you look in the grand scheme of things, the percentages of the increase in silver, it's like gold has been the best performing asset across the board since the start of this year. Okay, and silver is second. Okay, but at one point when silver actually hit that $37 an ounce, for the percentage from the beginning of the year, it had eclipsed gold as the best performing asset just for that brief period. But that's something that's to keep an eye on, and you'll see more here in this video. So then on June 21st, last week, we were at 33.69 for gold and 36.02. So it was pretty much about the same for silver, and gold was up slightly. And of course, right now today, gold is at 32.75 an ounce, and silver is at 35.99 an ounce. So you see the consistencies with silver. And you see, even with gold fluctuating up and coming back down to 32.75, it's still staying pretty consistent, because the markets are going to go up and down. And one of the clips that I'm going to share with you, you'll find a reason. It kind of explains why a lot of that is impacted by the markets, or what powers that be control the prices of gold and silver. So what you're going to be learning, on a regular basis is what everyone should consider before they buy gold and silver. And depending on the week, I'm not going to cover these every single week. So one week it might be the topic on repatriation of gold, okay, or the reevaluation of gold. That's a huge one, and I might probably want to do work on that next week's call. But also central bank purchases. Why are they purchasing so much? The impact of switching to a digital currency, which is something that, it's not talked about much, but that is still in the process. The governments are looking at, depending on what country you're in, they are looking at digital currency as an alternative method to fiat currency. And what are the different market impacts, and what's causing everything to change? Okay. Then also I'll be sharing with you how to benefit from buying gold, or benefit from gold without buying gold. And that's what I'm going to talk about here with a little bit with silver. And then also how, if you have a dollar to put it, how you can put it into gold or silver, okay? And not on a weekly basis or just a little bit at a time. So that's what I'm really excited to share this, as you can tell. And what I'll do is from time to time, these are 4 people that I do listen to on a regular basis. There are other ones as well, but Mike Maloney from goldsilver.com, Robert Kiyosaki, who everybody knows from Rich Dad Poor Dad. Then there's Andy Schectman from Miles Franklin. He's the CEO of Miles Franklin. And then Jim Rickards is he's somebody I highly encourage everybody to listen to. So if you want to like jot down these names, and if you have time, subscribe to their YouTube channel as well, because they do a great job of sharing their perspective, not only on precious metals, but also on other things like oil, real estate. They do have a grasp on what's happening in the economy as far as in the markets. So I do highly encourage everybody to follow them as well. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to share this video clip from Mike Maloney. Now, this is just, I'm just going to share a couple minutes from that, but then the one I want to share afterwards is very important as well, okay? So what I'm going to do is, let me get this pulled up. You know what? Let's see here. Medicaid is a lifeline for this is what I started about this. Okay, so this is something that my apologies on this. You can tell that we're live, that's for sure. Also, I'm going to do it. Tell Senator Ernst, don't kill Medicaid.
Oh, we've got about 50 million followers. We're in the billions of views. And we're all the performance over the
sorry about that
month has been silver, and yet it's still gold getting the head, throwing all major.
Okay, so this is what I want to share. I apologize about this, but you can tell it is live, so it's my computer's not quite cooperating correctly, but also with YouTube, you can tell that I don't have the paid because to get rid of the ads. So I apologize about that. So this is what I want to share with the Mike Maloney clip here, and he's with Alan Hibbard from goldsilver.com. Our Gold Silver is the YouTube channel.
Gold is destroying all major asset classes this year. And you can see gold is at the top, almost at 30% year to date, and we're not even halfway through the year, blowing away everything else. But as I mentioned a moment ago, silver is missing. It's not on this chart at all, and it should be basically the same size bar.
Yeah.
So it's kind of unbelievable. Silver is completely ignored and unloved. It's having a stealth bull market, and I want to just shine a little light on that in this video.
Yeah, and it's only been the past couple of weeks that it's really, gold was surpassing it, and then it just took off. And what's interesting is it got no media coverage. So what's the next image here?
Yeah.
Okay. And this shows it. Over the head, silver was lagging, and it took off at the beginning of this month. And yeah.
Yeah, what we've got here, so this is from Zero Hedge. Silver is about to surpass gold as the best performing asset year to date. Gold is the orange line at the top here. Everything is indexed to 100, the same level as of January 1st of this year. And silver is the silver line. You can see it was with gold, then lagging a little bit, and now it's back up with gold. And this came out June 9th, and actually the next day, silver outperformed gold by enough so that it became the best performing asset year to date. And you can see both assets are outperforming Bitcoin. That's the blue line.
Okay, so that's something that just to give you a different perspective, not just a perspective of my own. Okay, now this is something, and I also kind of encourage you here, if you actually watch this video, and here's the link here. Um, I'll actually have this below this video as well, because I'm going to give credit to Mike and Alan for sharing the great information in the charts there. But when you if you go to the site, he's got this where you can download this free book, okay, which I encourage you to do. You don't have to, but I encourage you to do it. Okay. So what I want to whoops, get rid of this here. Okay, so now this is the one. Let me do this, and I want to pull this video up in a different light. So this is the thing with uh, Zoom, they're constantly changing things and moving things around. And what I want to do here is I want to go ahead and pull this one up. Okay, so this is the video that I'm sharing. Okay, this is, are they planning to shut down the gold market? Now, this is something that is going to really, this is the one I really want you to focus on, because it's going to give you some really great insight as to what is happening behind the scenes, so to speak, of what's controlling the gold and silver markets and, the prices.
What does an elevated oil price mean to gold
Let's
and
mention
silver
oil.
stackers?
Well, it means that, sooner or later, gold and silver are gonna fall, but like I just said, I mean, it's one of the big six commodities and whose price is controlled in the COMEX futures market. Like I said, silver was closed above $37 yesterday, but it would closed far, far higher than that if the short sellers of last resort hadn't shown up and, and driven it lower. Then, of course, they finished the job today, and it's now back below $37 again. So gold and silver will take off higher, but by how much is unknown, because like I keep saying, this has been going on for decades now. This is not just something that happened today or this year or last year. I've been in this thing now for since 1998, and it's always been the same. The big four, the big eight shorts, which are all bullion banks or investment houses, have been massively shorting these rallies. So they not so much as the price doesn't go up, is that the price it's a controlled rise. Okay, and we're seeing that. But the short position, they're there to control the price all the way up. But if we do have a major event in Iran, I can guarantee you that gold will certainly take off higher. And what we'll have to do is wait and see whether the bullion banks and the investment houses interfere to a great degree, or they finally decide to let it run, because nobody knows out there. Nobody knows what the true free market price of either gold, silver, platinum, palladium, crude oil, you name the entire commodity complex, because ever since Nixon took us off the gold exchange standard back in 1971, the precious metals have been pretty much controlled in the COMEX futures market. They've never been allowed to trade freely through all of recorded history. And one of these days, they're going to be allowed to do that in what people are calling the Great Reset. So, you're asking me what gold's going to do. I have no idea. It's up to the large traders in the commercial category, the bullion banks. And whatever they decide, that's what the price is going to be.
Yes, and will there ever come a time where they're incentivized to let the gold price and silver price run up after they've done accumulating?
Why did Amazon send
Oh, come on. Sorry about that. Because sharing this is, sorry about that.
Well, what's happening out there, and other people have pointed it out too, is gold is remonetizing itself. I mean, the stories out this past week, where gold is now the number 2 asset, held by central banks after the U.S. dollar. And, if they keep letting it rise, it'll soon be the number 1 asset. So, you're seeing more and more countries out there, looking at gold as an alternative, including the BRICS. So over time, you're gonna see gold return. It's already returned to the monetary system. I think the Bank for International Settlements now has it as a tier 1 asset.
Okay, so I wanted to share that because a lot of times you'll see gold and silver rising, okay, and there's reasons for like he's making there that there's all these powers that be, you know, the central banks or the bullion banks that are actually controlling the price, and they want to keep it down to a certain level because, you know, what I mentioned before in my presentations is the actual dollar amount that gold is valued at by all these countries. Okay, so that was a clip I just want to share because if you're wondering what kind of has an impact on the markets, okay, yeah, there's of course obviously there's war that makes a huge impact on it. What the BRICS nations are doing, they did a mention of that. And I'll actually show you a chart here real quick, and then I'll go wrap everything up with the presentation and our giveaway to somebody. So I wanted to share that because it does make a huge impact because one of the key dates I'm going to show in this chart here, and let me pull this up here, is, you know, when the Ukraine-Russian war broke out, there was something that, oops, sorry about that. Okay, so they were at, oops, I don't want to play that. When the United States put the sanctions on Russia for, you know, starting the war with Ukraine, you know, that was a red flag for all the countries across the entire globe that, well, wait a minute, if we start, if we do something that the United States does not necessarily approve of, are they going to do the same thing on that? And that's what's kind of fueled the BRICS nations as far as coming up with an alternative currency to the US dollar. Okay, and so in which kind of started a landslide of all these central banks across the globe stockpiling gold. There's a reason for this. There is some type of monetary reset in the future. Nobody knows when, but there's a reason why all these banks are stockpiling gold. Okay, and right now, this is the one I want to share. Like right now, the gold that all these central banks and, you know, countries have, it's valued at $42.2222 per ounce. So when you look at that, whereas, you know, the price of gold is, you know, 32.75, you know, right now, that is something that, okay, say if they bring the value of that gold, if they're holding up to, even people, some people have said it can be brought up to like $6,000 or $9,000 an ounce. They can all do a reset and say, okay, gold is now valued at this, and that's how these countries would wipe out their debt. Okay, so it's very important to kind of have all this information, because what that means for the average person, if they're actually holding gold or silver, because there's a price correlation between gold and silver, it's going to benefit them as well. Okay, and so I'll just show you real quick. These are some of the charts and stuff that we are going to go over the course of the coming weeks and years. So we got gold, silver, copper, central bank purchases in gold. And like I said, this is the key date, was February 24th of 2022. That's when, that's why you see the spike here. That's when all the central banks started stockpiling all the gold. So you see what it was like from 2010 to 2020. It was kind of, you know, you have the COVID spike in this area here. But other than that, you know, you see how much more the central banks have purchased gold since February of 2022. Okay, so that's really important to know. And then also, like I've shared in some of the other videos, is that gold has outshined stocks in the 21st century. It is the best performing asset in the 21st century. So keep in mind, if you do have a financial advisor, I mean, consult them. If you have a financial advisor, consult him or her. But if they're not talking about precious metals in your portfolio to some degree, then share this video with them, share these charts and everything that information that I have, because they don't have your best interest in mind. Okay, I'll just put it that way. I'll leave it at that. Some other videos I've kind of gone off about that. And then there's also the silver gold ratio. Just real quick, typically the average over the course of history, the average gold silver ratio has generally ranged between 40 to 1 and 60 to 1. Right now, we're at one point this year, it would take over 100 ounces of silver to equal 1 ounce of gold. And I think we're still like probably around 80 in the 80s right now, because I didn't calculate before the video. I'm sorry. So what will happen is usually gold takes off and then silver catches up. And that's something we're starting to see now with gold eclipsing the $37 an ounce value, but then also it is still taking off over this year. And like I shared, it's been the number 2 best performing asset in the United States. And some other things that we'll talk about is gold and silver being legal tender in different states. I'll just show you this real quick right here. So there's 11 out of out of all the United States, there's 11 states that actually allow people to use gold and silver as legal tender when they're purchasing stuff. But if in the event of a digital currency reset, a digital currency that every government will be able to track every single purchase you make and actually control every single purchase you make. But in this case here, if you have actual physical gold and silver, you can actually eliminate that because everybody's still going to want to accept gold and silver. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to share this wealth strategy presentation, and everybody knows that I am a member of 7K Metals, and right now they're available in over 41 different countries. Okay, and why I want to share this presentation is because it's one that I've shared before. And you see here, here's all the countries that it's available, and so that they give you this option. So when I share this video, if you're in one of these countries and you decide to become a member, let me know because I'll have a bonus for that as well. But it's something that they allow people to buy in fractional amount. And we're not necessarily even talking quarter ounce, half ounce, 1 ounce. You know, you can, like I said, if you have $1, you can put it into gold or silver, you know, and it's something that will be covered in the video here. So I'm really excited to share this because it does give a nice general overview. And let's see here. So, oops, sorry. Oops, there we go. Let's see. I don't want to do that. Sorry about that. Go there. All right. So, like I said, this is live, so you see kind of the struggles and stuff that happen every once in a while. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share this presentation, and it's something that watch this to the end because it's going to give you a nice overview of 7K. It is something that I feel that is very important for everybody, and it's something that it gives you a nice overview of 7K. And let's see what's going on here. All right. Here's my computer acting up.
If you're watching this video, chances are you've got some questions about gold or silver. You know they're valuable, but maybe it feels complicated. You're not sure how to use them, where to start, or who to trust. Or maybe you've already owned gold or silver but want a simpler way. That's exactly why we do this, to share what we've learned, so you can make confident decisions and take real steps toward building gold and silver, and hopefully give you enough confidence to get involved. At 7K, our mission is simple. Put gold and silver into the hands of people who need it most. We are a North American authorized gold and silver dealer located in the state of Idaho. For over a decade, we've worked to remove the friction, fear, and confusion for the first-time buyer, and to simplify the process for a seasoned stacker to add more precious metals to their portfolio. Gold and silver are everywhere in the news. Governments are stacking it. It's one of the most significant asset classes on Earth, and people across the globe are paying attention. But why? Let's start with a quick look at our modern money system. In 1913, the US dollar was backed by gold and had full purchasing power. But when the government detached it from gold in 1971 and started printing like crazy, the dollar lost over 97% of its value. That's inflation. And you felt it from the grocery store to your energy bill. Fiat currency is money created by governments with no real backing, just paper we've agreed to trust. And every time they print more, your dollars buy less. That's where sound money, a better name for gold and silver, comes in. It's been a trusted store of value for thousands of years. The wealthy have used it to preserve and grow wealth, and so do banks and governments. They know what it's worth. Let's look at a simple comparison. 5 years ago, if you saved $1,000 in the bank, inflation would have eaten away at its value. But if you'd used that same $1,000 to buy gold or silver, that gold would be worth over $1,900 today. The silver, over $2,000. Would that knowledge have changed your strategy? Probably. So why doesn't everyone do this? Because gold and silver got too complicated. People don't know how to use it, sell it, or even where to start. That's where we come in. We've made owning gold and silver simple, accessible, and smart. As a 7K member, you'll get tools that help you start stacking with confidence, starting with Sound Money Wallet, the foundation of our basic membership. Here's what it unlocks. First, fractional gold and silver purchases on any budget. Although we handle purchases in the millions, you don't have to have large amounts of money to buy gold or silver anymore. You can literally start with $1. Next, safe, secure, insured storage. No private safes or extra security systems at home required. Also, Quick and easy buyback at top prices. No haggling, period. Lastly, fast, reliable shipping if you want it in hand. Sound Money Wallet solves the traditional pain points of buying and holding metals. It's a fresh take on the most time-tested form of money. And remember, there's no speculation here, only physical assets. Sound Money alone costs $199 a year. With our basic membership, you'll get Sound Money Wallet with up to $1,000 in free storage through our Vault Max facility for less. But we're more than a gold and silver dealer. We're an education platform. Our buyer certification teaches you the basics of stacking, while the collector certification opens up the exciting world of collectible gold and silver. Exclusive, limited edition coins with stories, beauty, and real value. We've spent the last decade building the most robust marketplace around collectibles. And as a member, you get exclusive access. You'll also get tools to track and sell your collectibles through Stack and Sell, our secure trading platform. Want to supercharge your stacking? That's where instant gold pay comes in. For every new 7K member you refer, we'll thank you with up to $80 in pure gold, deposited directly into Vault Max and visible in your Sound Money wallet. We don't do flashy ads. We'd rather pay you to spread the word. And if you refer 4 people within your first 14 days, we'll add up to $500 in cash rewards on top of the gold. No pressure. Sharing is totally optional. If you'd rather stack quietly, that works too. All of that comes with our basic membership. You can see that it's well worth over $400 for all the platforms here, but it's only a one-time $149, less than your annual Amazon Prime bill or premium Netflix subscription. And if you want more, go Legacy. Legacy members get everything basic offers plus $50,000 in free storage instead of $1,000. More gold up front, unlimited collectible tracking, and a Sound Money metal matching bonus. Every time someone you refer buys gold or silver, you get up to 1% of it automatically in real metals. Whether it's 1% of 1,000 or 1 million, you won't want to miss out on free Sound Money. If you like the idea of up to $50,000 in free physical gold and silver storage in the secure Vault Max vaults, or the Sound Money metal matching bonus, the Legacy can't be beat. So it's either the basic for $149 or the Get It All Legacy for $599. Just pick the one that makes the most sense for you right now. Once you've selected a membership, you've already taken a big step, but why stop there? Successful people automate what they can because it helps them be efficient. They invest in themselves, they pay themselves first, and they make it automatic. Start with a monthly budget that fits your goals, part for education, part for wealth building, and let automation do the heavy lifting. When it comes to education, 7K Pro is your gateway to next level confidence. With a growing library of life mastery topics, you'll get the knowledge and mindset to grow your wealth and your future. Plus, you'll unlock exclusive collectible coin access, extra perks, and member savings, all for just $59 a month. Every membership includes a 15-day free trial of 7K Pro. You'll be billed monthly after that, but you can update or cancel anytime. Now, remember that monthly budget we mentioned? Here's a smart way to use it. Put $60 into 7K Pro for education and the balance towards Wealth Builder, a first-of-its-kind subscription that lets you choose your metal, gold or silver, set your amount, and auto-stack assets weekly or monthly.
Yeah.
It's the easiest way to build your Sound Money portfolio hands-free. Either way, you win. There are many options, but the point is this: success loves automation. So let's make investing in yourself and your future effortless. Take a look at what would have happened if you would have set your wealth builder to purchase $100 in gold every month over the last 3 years. The real key to winning in this system is automation. You automate your monthly bills so you don't miss them. Why not automate paying yourself first to start hitting your goals without thinking about it? AutoSaver sends you a premium collectible coin each month. No guesswork or effort required. These tools turn gold and silver from a someday idea into a steady strategy that fits your life. So what's your next step? Pick the membership that fits your goals. If you've got questions, talk to the person who invited you. Last thing, we mentioned this earlier, and it's fair for you to know. We have a way for you to get whichever membership you choose paid for quickly. It's likely you are already thinking of 4 or 5 people you know who might want this information. Remember the instant gold pay? For every legacy membership you refer, we will pay you $80 in gold instantly. That adds up quickly. And if you bring 4 in the first 14 days after you pick a membership, we are willing to pay up to $500 in a cash reward on top of that gold pay. That's $320 in gold and $500 in cash. That's over $800 back in your pocket. Again, this is optional. And if you like that, but want more, we do have other ways where you could scale this program to earn even more rewards consistently over time. That's in another video. For now, let the person who shared this information with you know which membership you'd like. And welcome to 7K, where real assets meet real confidence.
Okay, so all right, so the surprise that we're having, the huge giveaway for somebody today. Let me do this. Why is it doing? Whoops. Hold on a minute. Stop share. Okay. Let's see. Let me pull this up. Whoop. Sorry about that. Don't you just love all this live stuff? Okay, so let's see. I don't want to do that. Sorry about this. There we go. Okay. So I want to show you real quick. Okay. And then we'll wrap this up. Okay. I'm sorry. This is, I'm really excited to share this, but, it's just a wealth of information. So that's why, like, moving forward, like I said, it'll be anywhere from 10 minutes to 30 minutes max. Most of the time I'm going to try on most weeks, I will keep this under 15 minutes or less, because we'll just be sharing different bullet points of things to keep in mind. But this is like one of my accounts in 7K. So this is the wealth builder that they were talking about. So this is where, once you're set up, you can actually do $1 at a time if you wanted to. And I did a video where last week where I did $20 of silver and $5 worth of gold. Okay. And it's just something that you just do like that and you're set up. Okay. And it automatically goes into your account. So as the markets fluctuate, it'll show the current value of what you have your assets split up into. And then you can, at any time buy some at any minute. Like if I wanted to buy $1 right now of gold, I could do that. Or you could set it up with a monthly contribution. So if you wanted to do even $20 a month or something, or $10 a month towards gold or silver, you could do that. You could set that up here. But then also, like, just for anybody who might seem like this is kind of overwhelming or confusing or too much information, there's a getting started 7 steps with 7K. So the winner of our huge giveaway today is going to, when they create their account, they're going to go through these 7 steps. And you should be able to get all these set up probably within about 30 minutes or less. If you have any questions as you're going through it, just let me know and reach out to me, and I will definitely help you with that. Okay, because my main goal since day one has always been to educate people and share. I hate when Zoom does it. Educate people and share the best possible information with them and help them have a more safe, secure. Stop that. Safe, secure future for themselves and their family. Okay, so this is something that moving forward, I always tell people, if you want to reach out to me at rick@silverandgoldsolutions.org, or you can also send me an email. I will get back to you, and I will get you my phone number, and we can either talk on the phone, we can jump on another Zoom call or a Skype call or something, and I can help you with things and walk you through things. Okay, but just real quick about 7K Metals, if you've never heard of them or wondering where they're at, they are a physical company located in Idaho Falls, Idaho. The 4 founders of the company are Zach Davis, Roger Ball, Josh Anderson, and Richard Hansen. And their goal when they created 7K was to come up with a way for the average everyday person to save in the form of silver and gold, whether it would be through collector's coins or on a regular basis with incrementally or something, just something that make it easy for people to do it without the overwhelm. That's why they have their education, which is part of the membership. That's something that to help people get a better overall view of precious metals. And that's something I would also highly encourage people to do once they create their membership, is to go through some of the training stuff. And they're really nice bite-sized pieces, so it shouldn't take you too long to go through them. But they do have a physical company. So if you ever are in Idaho Falls, Idaho, you can walk in their front door. A lot of the companies that you see online are like kind of virtual in that, but they do have a physical business. Okay, so it's something that's a definite bonus for them, and they've been around since 2016. Okay, so the special bonus with the surprise, the huge giveaways. So the membership, the basic membership is what I'm going to be giving away today. So one lucky person is going to win the basic membership, but then also anybody who creates a membership through, and I'll have a link for 7K below, and I will also have an income disclosure statement, because with 7K, there is the ability to earn as you're paying it forward and sharing it with other people, like stated in the video there. If you share the opportunity with other people, and they have that special right now where if you share it with 4 people and they get the legacy memberships within the 4 different people do within the first 2 weeks, you pretty much have paid for your membership. So plus you get the instant gold pay. So with instant gold pay, what that is say if you refer somebody and they have a basic membership, you will get $40 worth of instant gold pay into your account if you're the referring member. The new member themselves, and this is where it can get kind of confusing. Let me see if I had that slide. Okay, yeah. The basic customer, they'll actually, as soon as they create their account, so whoever wins this giveaway, I'm taking care of their membership, but then also they get $20 of instant gold pay into their account. Okay, they have storage up to with Vault Next storage up to $1,000 worth of value, and basically they're set. So they can either set, whoever wins can either set up a monthly autosaver program, which I encourage you to take a look at it, because there is some value in graded collectible coins. But they also have gold options there. They have silver and gold options for the monthly autosaver. And then also if you don't do that, at least, stay active with, saving for yourself and your family, whether it's the Sound Money wallet or through the monthly contribution. Okay. So then the legacy membership, this is the one. So the basic customer, that's a yearly annual fee. So every year, if you don't, it would cost you $149 after the first year to keep your account. And so but a lot of it is and I shared in one video, is the cost of storage. Every single every single company out there has a gold or silver storage fee. And that's where the cost of this itself, the $149, if you went with any other company out there, the minimum you're going to pay for a storage for up to $1,000 worth of gold or silver is a minimum of $97 a year. I've done some research on this, and I did another video on this before as well. So kind of keep in mind, you're like, well, what's the cost? But they store all your gold and silver for you if you want, or if you hit an incremental amount of silver or gold and you want it shipped to you, they can do that as well. And the legacy customer, yeah, it's more expensive. It's at $599, but that's a one-time fee. You never have to pay it ever again. Okay, so that's a huge bonus there. You get up to storage up to $50,000 in gold or silver in the Vault Next vaults. Plus, with this, this is what they were explaining. You get a 1% of every customer that you refer, whether it's a basic or a legacy customer. If you get a legacy membership, any person that you refer gets, you get 1% of whatever they save in. Okay, and it'll go straight into your Sound Money wallet, which is really cool. Plus, if you refer another legacy customer, you will get $80 of instant gold pay into your account, and they will get $40 into their account. So I see Amy, you're on here. So Amy and then Liz. Okay, so Amy, you have your legacy membership. Okay, so you got a legacy membership, and you referred Liz, and Liz got she got a legacy customer membership as well. Okay, so you would, Amy, you would get $80 of gold into your Sound Money wallet as soon as she created her membership, and Liz would get $40 of gold from 7K into her membership. And then down the road, if Liz bought any gold or silver, Amy, you would receive 1% of whatever percentage she bought, and it would go straight into your Sound Money wallet. There's no other company out there that does this. Plus the amount of you being able to save in the form of $1 at a time or whatever. 7K is the only company that allows you to do that. Other companies, you want you to do either an actual quarter ounce, half ounce, 1 ounce, or full ounce coin or bar, and then you have to have it transferred to their vault. So it's something to keep in mind. Okay, so anybody who signs up through the link for 7K, which they'll be a part of our Silver and Gold Solutions team, and that's my goal, is to help pay it forward. And so a bonus from me to whoever joins 7K through our link, you get the Silver and Gold Solutions. I hate this, Silver and Gold Solutions coffee mug, which is right there. Then I also send out a copper coin, which is in the picture there, right there, and then also a 1 ounce Indian head buffalo silver ounce coin. That's from me to you. So that's what I wanted to share. Okay, so this is what the giveaway is. In this case here, I will, whoever the winner is, this is what's going to have to happen. Okay, because I cannot buy your membership directly for you. It has to come through you, because they have to verify that's part of 7K, that they do the know your customer, the KYC. So you have to verify, you have to make the purchase yourself. But what I will do is I will PayPal this money to you instantly. As soon as you create your account, I will see on my end that you created your account. And then what I will do is I will go ahead and jump on PayPal, and we can do this. I'll give you my phone number so we can text each other, or if you want to call, we can do this over the phone if you want, where as soon as you create your membership, I can go into PayPal and send you the money and you're covered. Okay. So that would be for the $149. Now there is I think because they do send out a welcome package, there's like a shipping fee that they add to it. So depending on what country you're in, there'll be like a shipping fee with like FedEx. Okay. So whatever that is, I will still cover that as well. So it might be like, I think, another $12 or $14 or something. So I will cover that as well. You'll get the Silver and Gold Solutions, the mug, and the silver and the copper from me. So that's not from 7K, that's my gift to you. But also at the same time, the winner will also get $20 of gold into their Sound Money wallet. And so that's instantaneous. So basically you're looking at, so we got 214, 234. You're looking at over a $234 value for the winner. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I see Liz, Amy, and Scott, and Joe. So all I see is your name, Liz, Amy, Scott, and Joe. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this. Let's see. Stop share. I'm going to assign a number. Liz is 1. Amy is 2. Scott is 3. Joe is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so that's such fun. I want to end this because it's gotten too long already. But this is our first drawing, so our first inaugural thing. So moving forward, they will always be sure. So I have Liz is 1, Amy is 2, Scott is 3, and Joe is 4. You're going to be the winner of the basic membership for 7K plus the bonus from me, and then also you get the instant $20 instant gold pay. So I have your numbers 1 through 4. These are the people that are still on the call right now. So if anybody dropped up, I'm sorry, you had to be at this point. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and pick a number out of the thing here. I'm not sure who it is. So it's a number 2. It's kind of hard to see. But so Amy, you're the winner of the basic membership. Congratulations. I'm really happy for you. And what I'm going to do, because I like I said, I really want to share this great opportunity with as many people as possible. So if you're on this video, okay, if you're watching this video on YouTube, okay, and you made it this far to the end, I said at the beginning, if you watch the video to the end, the first person that, and you do need to be in one of the 41 countries. So maybe go back to that portion of the video and look at that. If you're in one of those 41 countries, the first person that emails me at rick@silverandgoldsolutions.org and then creates their 7K membership, I will reimburse you. Okay, so you will get that free as well. So we technically are giving away 2 memberships today. Well, congratulations to Amy. I really appreciate you being out here. I'm really excited for you because you're starting your new journey with silver and gold and saving weekly, or however you want to do it, monthly, a little bit at a time. I'm really excited about that. But then whoever else follows this, and if you're in one of those 41 countries, send me an email at rick@silverandgoldsolutions.org, and you can even say, hey, Rick, is it still available? Can I still win this? I will respond to you. And then the first person that does that, I will go ahead and reimburse you, and we can get everything set up with that way as well. So I want to thank everybody very much for taking the time to spend your Saturday morning with me. Like I said, moving forward, it'll be shorter, more condensed, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. I'm going to try and keep them for sure 15 minutes or less. So moving forward, just kind of set it aside 15 minutes Saturday morning, every Saturday morning at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time or 11 a.m. Eastern Time. And then you can also reach out to me at rick@silverandgoldsolutions.org. I am located in beautiful Galena, Illinois. That's the city behind me. And we are open for business like Saturdays. It's 1 to 5. So if you're in the area and you want to stop by, or if you want to reach out to me to give a separate wealth strategy presentation for yourself or your family or even your business, because I do encourage you smaller business owners that only have a few employees to share this great opportunity with them, because it'll be something that it'll help not only show you as a business owner that you care about your employees, but it'll also help your employees build a safer, more secure future for their families. So I do have a different type of presentation that I give in person, but I did want to thank everybody for taking the time this morning. I hope everybody has a fantastic weekend ahead. And if you're in the United States, be safe this coming next weekend, the 4th of July weekend. Enjoy your time with your family and friends. And thank you very much, everybody. I look forward to seeing everybody on the next call next Saturday. Take care.